Good morning. This is Wayne Bilal with another smart profit maximizing moment. Today we're going to talk about creating your own profit plan. I'm always talking to my business owners that they need to have a profit plan. I've seen many different profit plans, including some that were drawn up on the back of a cocktail napkin. All right, look that way anyway. Of course, if you want to achieve massive profits, you need to have a more organized method, though that's better than nothing, I'll be honest with you. I have developed the following system after trying many different options taught by other business gurus. One advantage of this system is the business owner can easily understand it and implement it. Call your accountant if you need some help ahead of time. Look, I'm going to describe numbers. Anytime you try to talk numbers, it's a little bit tricky. All right, I'm going to take the article in full that I'm kind of paraphrasing and going over on profit plan and stick it on my blog today. All right, so that you can actually see the numbers I'm going to talk about. All right, so if you look at, go to wjb-cpa.com, pretty simple. My initials, wjb-cpa.com, the subtraction key if you don't know what a dash is. You'll get to my regular website. Across the top are some tabs. The second from the left is the blog. You should subscribe to that, by the way. All right, start by creating a spreadsheet that looks like the following. It starts with your sales. In my example, I have 4.3 million in sales, cost of goods sold is 2.1 million, gross profit 2.2 million. Less your net profit goal, all right? In this particular example, they're aiming for 10%, so that's 220,000. Less overhead, which is non-payroll and non-payroll tax items. And in this example, I put 800,000. That comes up with a calculated salary cap. What that means is if I want to make 220,000 at this level of sales, all right, with this level of overhead, I cannot be over 1.1 million 80. Okay, in my example here, which was a real example, actual payroll was 1.5 million. All right, 1 million and some change. That means they were over their salary cap by $360,000, which is part of the reason they were losing money. Okay, a few notes I'll put in this form together. Okay, when establishing your profit goals, aim high. You're not in business to just replace your salary. It'd be a lot simpler and a lot less headaches if you just went to work for somebody else, if that's all you wanted. All right. I assume your goal was to make money when you started your business and to gain some independence. So, like I said, aim high. Notice I'm subtracting profits as the very first item. Your business profit plan is designed to make you the profit you wanted and you deserve from your business. If you can figure out how to reach that profit, then maybe the business, let me try that again. If you can't figure out, then your business may not be viable. All right, simple as that. As it's currently being operated anyways. There's a book that I highly recommend. It's called Profit First by Michael Michalowicz. I never know how to say his last name, and I apologize to him, even though I doubt he'll know that I mispronounced his name. It's a very good explanation of why you have to take your profits out first, okay? Cost of goods sold is all expenses that need to produce your product do not include payroll. It's all other expenses. Payroll costs are all wages, salaries, outsourced contractors that you pay. Remember, outsourced people that you pay. Also add in all related costs such as payroll taxes, pension plan contributions, bonuses, health insurance, anything else that's related. Overhead costs are all other business expenses other than cost of goods sold. Once you've completed the form, determine if you have excess payroll costs, like my example above, or if your payroll is under the calculated salary cap. If you're under the calculated salary cap, I recommend that you increase your profit goal dramatically. In fact, I would recommend that the increase it to the point that you've created an excess payroll cost situation. My experience, truthfully, is that every business can do something better to increase their gross profits, all right? That's what I'm created the smart profit maximizing system for. If your worksheet shows that you have excess payroll costs, don't panic. The example above, like I said, is from a real client we worked with. Once I started with them to implement the smart profit maximizing system, they had eliminated the payroll cap deficit and increased their profit to $166,000 rather than a $220,000 loss while keeping their sales flat. It was basically just addressing their payroll problem. This is the order that I use to increase profits. All of these areas are covered somewhere else, okay, in other blogs. I'm sorry, yeah, I said podcast, didn't I? I meant on my blog. Other blogs and other videos, all right? This is the order I use. First, I work with my clients to decrease their overhead costs. Then second, their payroll costs. Third, work on increasing their gross profit, mainly done by reducing your product costs and improving your business cash conversion cycle. And finally, we work on increasing sales. We do this last because at this point, we now can increase sales and most of that increase will end up on the bottom line. Remember, if you increase sales first, you actually might be working harder and making less. This really happens a lot. Remember, the massive profits that a business makes, not an accident, all right? There's a result of creating and implementing a well thought out profit increasing plan. So, hey, till next time, this is Wayne saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much. Have a great week.